Hi, I'm Kayla, the BookTube Turtle. For this video, I'm going to be giving some recommendations of free or discounted books that you can get on Kindle. Since Kindle is through Amazon, like you don't have to have an actual Kindle device. You can just get the Kindle app on like your phone or whatever and still read books that way. But I think all the books I'm talking about today you can also get in paperback. The majority of them are self-published, so a lot of the time self-published books you can only get as like an ebook, but I'm pretty sure all of the ones today are paperback. They just cost more than like the discounted Kindle price. And all of the books slash series that I'm going to be talking about in this video, I'm going to give like summaries and like short reviews, but nothing spoilery. The first series I want to talk about is the Mindjack trilogy by Suzanne K. Quinn. This is a dystopian trilogy. It was actually the first thing I ever read on my Kindle. The first book is called Open Minds, the second book is Closed Hearts, and the third is Free Souls. All of the books I'm talking about today I actually looked up to see what they cost on Kindle. So the first book in this series is free, and the other two books are both $3.99. So compared to like physically buying a book of like $10 and up, you know, that's pretty good. So anyway, this book is set in the future where mind reading is like the norm, like that's normal in their society, and it usually develops once you reach high school age. You start to change, and then all of a sudden you can read other people's minds. And because of this, people are very open and trusting because you always know what everyone else around you is thinking. And also because of this, people rarely speak out loud anymore. They just speak like telepathically. So it can be kind of difficult for the people that maybe change later. Because like, you know, all their friends are starting to develop this ability and they haven't yet, because it's kind of different for everyone. But usually by a certain point, within the first like year or two of high school, you know, you've gotten this ability. However, there are people in this world called zeros, basically meaning they never develop that mind reading ability. They're kind of like outcasts because people don't trust them because they don't know what's going on in their mind, because they can't read their minds, and then, you know, a zero can't read into somebody else's mind, so it's also hard for them because everybody else is speaking in their minds and, you know, they're missing all of it. So the main character is 16-year-old Kira, who's a zero. I mean, she's in high school, so she's still waiting, but like by this point it should have happened already. She used to have a lot of friends, you know, before high school, but then, you know, everybody started developing their mind reading ability and she didn't yet, and so she just kind of got cut off from everybody. Then we have mindjackers, who can force their way into other people's minds while keeping their own mind closed off, and you know, they can actually like control the minds of other people. So the book kind of takes off when Kira finds out that she's one of these mindjackers. Like, she doesn't know what it is at the beginning. She kind of comes across it accidentally, but it takes off from there. I don't want to say too much really for any of these, because I'm just giving like the basics, not like an actual in-depth discussion. But overall, this series was really good. I read it back in 2015 and I didn't have a Goodreads back then, but if I did, like, I would have rated all the books 5 out of 5 stars. Moving on, the next one I want to talk about is Eve the Awakening, which is by Jenna Moreci, who is actually a YouTuber who makes writing videos. I'll link her channel in the description. She's really awesome, and so is her book. It is a self-published science fiction novel that you can get on Kindle for $3.99. This book was absolutely incredible. It was so much better than I originally expected it to be. It is about a girl named Eve who lost her parents when she was a kid. When she witnessed her parents' death, these powers awakened inside of her, and she finds out that she is a chimera, which in this story, chimeras are basically like humans. Like, they look human and everything, but they have added abilities. They're like, you know, stronger and faster, and they heal quicker, like things like that. And they also have like telekinetic abilities, like they can move things and do things with their mind. So at 19, she is like going away for college, and she wants to get out of like the town where she lives because everybody knows who she is, and she wants to start over. And she is like looked down on because she is this chimera. So a lot of it is her trying to not let her new friends find out. And then there's this whole like enemy of the chimeras. It's like not human, it's like something else. I can't remember what those were called, but she's dealing with that too. And a kid named Jason Valentine, who I'm not going to go into much about because spoilers, but the whole thing was so good. Again, 5 out of 5 stars. Okay, so next I want to talk about a contemporary duology by Natasha Preston. The first book is called Silence, and the second one is Broken Silence. First book you can get for free, and the second book is $2.99. So this story is about a girl named Oakley who hasn't spoken a single word since she was 5. And she's 16 now. And no one knows why she just suddenly stopped talking, and they don't know what the reason behind that is. And like her parents keep taking her to like psychiatrists and doctors and trying to figure out what's going on, but she won't talk. And she has kind of like a hard time at school. Like people bully her and make fun of her because she won't speak. And then there's her best friend Cole. He's like kind of been with her their whole lives because their parents are friends. He's like really good at knowing what she wants based on like how she acts and behaves. So that's all I'm gonna say about this. Especially since it's contemporary, it's better to go in not really knowing much, but both of these books were really good. Alright, the next series I want to talk about is The Mod Code. It is science fiction. I think I would classify it as science fiction. The first book is $1.99 on Kindle, and the second is $2.99. The second book is called The Golden Order, and the third book is coming out soon, and it is called The Lost Lineage. I don't know if there's going to be more than 3 books in the series. So the story is told from 3 perspectives: Sage, Jack, and Beckett. So at the start of the story, Sage like lives on a farm with her mom and her brother Finn, and Beckett also lives on the farm with his aunt and uncle. And Sage and Beckett have been best friends for 3 years. And so at the start of the story, Sage gets kidnapped and taken to like this island where she discovers that her life isn't as normal as she thought. I don't really want to go into much of this one either, but it does have to do with genes and like genetically modified humans. I'm linking all of these books below to their Goodreads pages if you want like the actual description of what the book is, because I'm probably doing a terrible job. I gave both of these books 4 stars on Goodreads, but I'm thinking of maybe lowering it to 3, but I'd say it's more around like 3.5. I mean, I enjoyed both of them. They were entertaining and very quick reads, but there were some like cliches and tropes involved that could have had more originality to them. It did seem a little predictable at times and a little redundant, but I mean overall I enjoyed reading them, and I mean, it was definitely worth it to read it. So the last series I'm going to talk about today is the Rite of Rejection trilogy by Sarah Negovich. This is a dystopian, and honestly, it's one of my favorite series of 2017 so far. Like, that's how good this was. It was so good. Like, I'm still... it's self-published, and all 3 books definitely got 5 out of 5 stars for me. The first book is 99 cents. And books 2 and 3 are $2.99 each. It's set in the future, where at 16 every person must be read by the machine. And so like you go in this thing, you put your hands on it, and if it lights up green, then like you're cleared to go. However, if it lights up red, you've been rejected, and the machine like concludes that you have criminal tendencies inside of you, and like you need to be isolated so that you don't actually commit a crime and like get people hurt or whatever. So you get taken to a place called the Pit. Anyway, so the main character, Rebecca, has always been good. You know, she's followed the rules, she's done exactly what she was supposed to, and like her mom is really strict, so she's always, you know, done exactly what needed to be done and didn't push too far. But of course, the machine lights up red for her, and she gets taken off to the Pit. And there she like teams up with some other characters, and they try to escape. And then they also, in this process, find out what's really going on behind this whole thing with the machine and the government. I really want to make a separate video all about this series because I loved it so much, but I don't want to go into it right now because I don't want this video to be forever long. So that's going to be it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed these recommendations. It's always great to get books that are free or not too costly. There are a lot of really amazing self-published books out there that I feel like don't get as much attention as they really deserve. If you want spoilery discussion for any of these books, comment that below. I probably won't make videos for all of these otherwise, just because I feel like people haven't really read them. I feel like BookTube is mostly more of like the well-known books. But if you are interested, you know, just let me know and I will make a video. Also comment if you would like more recommendation videos like this. I'm always reading Kindle books in addition to like the traditionally published books that I read that, you know, everybody knows about, that you can get in hardback and all of that. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.